Do you feel stuck? Do you feel like life is constantly throwing obstacles in your way, holding you back from achieving the success you deserve? The power to change your life lies not in the circumstances, but in the way you think. Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking reveals the unshakable truth. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. If you want to transform your reality, you must first transform your mindset. Stop waiting for change to come from the outside and learn to control the one thing you can control, your mind. In the next 1 minute, 2 hours, you'll discover how to build a positive, unstoppable mindset that can overcome any challenge. Are you ready to take control? Chapter 1. Your mind is your most powerful tool. You have a weapon more powerful than anything you've ever held. It can shape your life, control your destiny, and transform your future. That weapon, your mind. Let's stop right here. The mind is not just something you use to pass time or process information. It's your most powerful tool. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your actions, your outcomes, your success, it all starts in your mind. Your mind is your weapon. If you can control it, you can control your life. If you can master it, you can master your world. And the first step to mastery, understanding this. Your thoughts are your reality. Let that sink in. Every thought you have today will shape your tomorrow. If you think you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will. Your mind is more than just an organ, it's the engine that drives everything. The mind, your ultimate tool, what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's mindset. Mindset is the difference maker. Your thoughts shape your decisions. Your decisions shape your actions. And your actions shape your life. Let me tell you something powerful. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Think about that. Your mind isn't just a thing you use to think, it's a force. It shapes everything you do. It determines whether you take that next step or hold back. It decides whether you keep fighting or give up. It's the starting point of everything. You have a choice. You can choose to let your thoughts run wild, uncontrolled, guiding you to places you don't want to go. Or you can choose to take control. Control your thoughts, control your actions. It's that simple. Do you know what positive thinking really is? It's not some fluffy motivational quote you see on Instagram. It's a choice. Positive thinking is an intentional decision to control your thoughts and direct them towards the future you want. It's about choosing belief over doubt, courage over fear, and action over hesitation. It's about mastering the mind. Harness the power of thought. Positive thinking is more than just feeling good. It's about rewiring your brain for success. Yes, rewiring. Science has proven it. Your brain changes with the thoughts you feed it. You are literally changing your brain chemistry with every thought you think. If you want to be successful, you must learn to feed your brain positive thoughts. You must constantly tell yourself that you can do it. You have to drown out the noise of self-doubt, fear, and negativity with a constant stream of affirmations that build your belief. Every thought is a building block. Build a foundation of strength. When you repeat these positive thoughts over and over, your brain gets stronger. It starts to believe it. Your subconscious mind starts to work in your favor. The more you believe in yourself, the more your brain pushes you toward success. But there's a catch. This doesn't happen overnight. You have to work at it every single day. You need to condition your mind. Just like you would train your body, you must train your mind. Daily repetition is the key. Let me repeat that. Daily repetition is the key. It's not enough to think positively once a week or when things are going well. This must be a daily practice. You have to tell yourself every morning, I am capable, I am worthy, I can do this. You have to drown out the negativity and fill your mind with affirmations of success, because that's how you get there. Repetition is key. I'm going to drive this point home because it's that important. Repetition. It's how your mind learns. It's how you create lasting change. You've probably heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit, but the truth is it takes much more. It takes dedication. It takes consistency. You have to constantly repeat the thoughts that lead you to success. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, you must fight it with repetition. Every time you think about giving up, you must remind yourself why you started. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you feed it positive, empowering thoughts, the more it works for you. The more you repeat the mantra, I am in control, I am capable, the more your brain will work to make that your reality. Don't make the mistake of thinking that once you tell yourself something positive, it'll stick. You have to reaffirm your beliefs daily. Repeat it, over and over, until it becomes part of who you are. Your mind is your weapon. Let me make one thing absolutely clear. Your mind is your weapon, your shield, your greatest asset. And yet, most people let it go to waste. They let negativity, fear, and self-doubt control them. They allow external circumstances to dictate their inner world. They don't realize that the greatest power they have is locked inside their own minds. You don't need anyone's permission to think positively. You don't need external validation to succeed. You have everything you need right inside you. I know what you're thinking. But what if I'm not capable? What if I don't have what it takes? Here's the truth. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to believe that you can figure it out. That belief is the foundation for everything. Without it, you're building on quicksand. Let's go deeper. Let's say you encounter a setback, you fail, you're discouraged. What do? You get back up. You remind yourself that failure is just a lesson. You reinforce your belief that you are capable, and then you keep going. Why? Because your mind is your weapon, and you are the one holding it. So here's the question. What are you going to do with this weapon? Are you going to let it sit idle, or are you going to put it to work? You have the power. You always have. It's not about circumstances, it's about discipline. It's about training your mind daily to focus on success, to see opportunity instead of obstacles, to choose belief over doubt. This chapter is just the beginning. Now that you understand the power of your mind, you have to learn how to use it. You must make positive thinking a habit. You must reinforce those beliefs with daily repetition. The power to change your life is in your hands. It's in your mind. Now go out there and use it. In the next chapter, we're going to dive deeper into how belief is the first step to success. Chapter 2. The science of success starts with belief. Let's be clear, belief is the starting point for everything. Without it, everything else is a house of cards waiting to fall. Belief is the foundation of success. It's the invisible force that sets the stage for everything you'll ever achieve. You have a choice. You can believe in your limitations, or you can believe in your possibilities. The choice is yours. But remember, the foundation you build your life on starts with belief. Without belief, success is just a dream. With belief, it becomes your reality. So let's get something straight. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. That's the hard truth. Belief is the first step to success. It's the engine that drives everything else. Belief is the first step. Success doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen because you're lucky or because the stars align in your favor. Success happens because you believe. The very first step to success is believing that you can achieve it. Belief is the cornerstone. It's the foundation that holds everything together. Without it, you'll be stuck, spinning your wheels. With it, you'll have the momentum to move mountains. Think about it. Belief is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, you stay stuck in the same place. With belief, you begin to move forward, one step at a time. And here's something important to understand. Belief isn't something you're born with. It's not some magical trait that only a select few possess. Belief is a choice. It's something you cultivate, something you build over time. But don't just take my word for it. Look at the world's most successful people. They didn't get to where they are by doubting themselves. They got there because they believed in their ability to succeed, even when the odds were stacked against them. The power of self-belief. Real-world examples. Let's talk about people like Thomas Edison and Steve Jobs. What did they have in common? It wasn't their genius. It wasn't their resources. It wasn't even their education. What they had in common was an unwavering belief in their vision. Thomas Edison faced failure after failure. He tried hundreds of times to invent the light bulb. People told him he was crazy. He was wasting his time. But he didn't listen. He believed, and because of that belief, he succeeded. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. He was told his ideas were crazy. Yet he came back and turned Apple into one of the most successful companies in the world. Why? Because he believed in his vision. Do you see the pattern here? Belief. It's the key. Belief is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's the fuel that powers your actions. You see, without belief, the world's top achievers would never have kept going after setback after setback. They would have quit long before they made history. Belief is what kept them going. It's what kept them pushing forward when everyone else told them to stop. Believe it, say it, live it. So, how do you build this belief? How do you make it a reality in your own life? It's simple. You have to believe it, say it, and live it. Every day. Believe it. You have to believe deep down that you can succeed. It's not about hoping or wishing. It's about knowing with absolute certainty that you are capable of achieving great things. It's about looking at the impossible and saying, I can do that. Say it. You need to vocalize your belief. Talk about it, write it down, and declare it. Speak it into existence. When you say something out loud, you are putting energy behind it. You're making it real. Your words have power. Live it. Your actions must reflect your belief. You don't wait for belief to come before you act. You act, and in the process, your belief gets stronger. You show up, you put in the work, and you let your actions back up your belief. Believe it, say it, live it. That's the formula for success. When you believe, the impossible becomes possible. Let me tell you something. When you believe, the impossible becomes possible. No, this isn't some motivational fluff. This is the truth. Think about all the things that seemed impossible at one point in history. Flight, space travel, the internet. These things were once thought to be impossible, but someone believed. Someone believed in a future that others thought couldn't happen. That belief didn't just sit in their minds. It drove them to take action, to persist through failure, to never give up. They didn't let anyone tell them it couldn't be done. They believed, and because of that belief, they changed the world. Now it's your turn. When you believe in yourself, you make the impossible possible. You take the first step. You push through doubt. And eventually, you reach the goal you once thought was out of reach. Your belief is your blueprint for success. Understand this. Your belief is the blueprint for your success. Every action you take, every step you make, every decision you make will be based on your belief. If you believe you can, you will. That's the key. Your belief in yourself, in your abilities, in your vision, is what will carry you through when everything else falls apart. Without belief, you'll crumble at the first sign of adversity. With belief, you'll rise every time you fall. So when doubt creeps in, and it will, you have a choice. You can choose to listen to the doubt, or you can choose to listen to your belief. It's not about your circumstances, it's about your mindset. Your belief is the blueprint, and your actions are the foundation. Together, they create success. Here's the bottom line. Belief is the first step to success. Without it, everything else is meaningless. With it, anything is possible. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need validation from others. You need to believe in yourself. So, what are you going to do now? You're going to start believing. Start right now. Tell yourself, I can do this. I am capable. I will succeed. Say it out loud, write it down, live it. Belief is the foundation. Now go build on it. In the next chapter, we're going to talk about how belief can be turned into unshakable confidence. Chapter 3. Replace doubt with unshakable confidence. Chapter 3. Stop waiting for perfection, act now. Opening. Let's get one thing clear right from the start. Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. You can chase it for the rest of your life and it will always slip through your fingers. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you will never act. You'll stay stuck, paralyzed, watching opportunities pass you by. That's the truth. Perfection is the enemy of progress. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect plan, you'll never move forward. So stop waiting. Act now. Do it imperfectly. Because progress is what matters. Perfection is irrelevant. Perfection doesn't exist. Look, we've all done it. We've all waited for things to align perfectly before we took that first step. We've told ourselves, when everything is just right, I'll take action. But the truth is, it will never be just right. There will always be a reason to wait. The conditions will never be perfect. If you wait for the stars to align before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. And what's worse, while you're waiting, others are acting. They're making mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward. You're left behind, caught in the trap of perfectionism. Perfection doesn't lead to success. Action does. It's not about getting everything right on the first try. It's about doing it, making progress, moving forward. Real-world example. Bill Gates. Let's talk about someone who understands this well. Bill Gates. The man who created Microsoft didn't sit around waiting for Windows to be perfect. No, he acted. And guess what? Windows wasn't perfect at first. It was a mess, but he didn't care. He released it and then he improved it as he went along. Do you think Gates waited until everything was flawless? No. He understood something crucial. Progress happens when you act. Action is the key to moving forward. Perfection is not. Gates didn't wait for everything to be perfect. He started with what he had, took action, and improved as he went. And that's how he changed the world. Hesitation will rob you of opportunities. Here's something else to understand. Hesitation will rob you of opportunities. Every time you hesitate, every time you think, I'm not ready yet, you're losing time. You're losing momentum. You're losing the chance to learn, to grow, to succeed. Opportunity doesn't wait for you to get everything right. It's out there, moving, shifting, evolving. And if you're not acting, you're missing it. You have a choice. You can hesitate, wait for the perfect conditions, and stay stuck. Or you can act now. You can move forward even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect. Progress is more important than perfection. Action equals progress. Let me make this crystal clear. The key to success is action. Not waiting. Not thinking it over 100 times. Act now. You don't need everything to be perfect. Start where you are, with what you have, and take action. Every step you take will move you closer to your goal. And guess what? Every mistake you make along the way is just another step toward your success. You're not going to get it right every time. That's okay. You don't need to get it perfect. You just need to keep moving, keep acting, keep learning, and keep improving. Perfectionism will keep you stuck in the planning phase, in the analysis phase, in the thinking phase. But action moves you into the doing phase. And that's where progress happens. The danger of waiting for perfection. Here's the cold, hard truth. If you keep waiting for perfection, you will never start. The longer you wait, the more time you waste. The more time you waste, the more chances slip by. And eventually, you'll look back and regret not starting sooner. That's the danger of perfectionism. It gives you an excuse to delay. It tricks you into thinking that if you just wait a little longer, everything will magically fall into place. But it won't. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to start. The perfect time to act is right now. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. The power of imperfect action. When you act, even imperfectly, you start building momentum. You start learning. You start growing. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. Think about it. You can spend years planning the perfect project, making sure every detail is flawless. Or you can start now with what you have and make adjustments as you go. You'll learn more in a week of doing than you will in a year of planning. Perfection is just a lie. Progress is real, and progress is what you need to move forward. The real value in mistakes. Here's something you might not have considered. Mistakes are valuable. In fact, they are essential. Every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who keep failing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. You have a choice. You can wait until everything is perfect, or you can start now and learn as you go. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Mistakes are not to be feared. They are stepping stones on your path to success. So, what are you waiting for? Stop hesitating. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Act now. Do it imperfectly. Do it messily. But do it. The longer you wait, the longer you delay your success. You have everything you need right now. You have the power to start today. So start. Remember this, perfection will never come, but progress can be made today. Perfection is an illusion. It's not about getting everything perfect, it's about taking action. Action is what leads to progress. Progress is what leads to success. Don't wait. Act now. Don't let perfectionism hold you back. Don't let hesitation rob you of opportunities. You have the power to start today. In the next chapter, we're going to dive into how you can replace doubt with unshakable confidence. Chapter 4. Replace doubt with unshakable confidence. Chapter 4. Replace doubt with unshakable confidence. Let's talk about your biggest enemy. Doubt. The moment you doubt yourself, you lose. Doubt is your greatest enemy. It's the silent killer that sabotages your potential before you even begin. It creeps in, holds you back, and convinces you that you can't achieve anything. Here's the hard truth. If you're listening to doubt, you've already lost the battle. You've let it take control. Confidence, however, is your weapon. The moment you replace doubt with confidence, you take control of your life. Confidence is the key to success. But here's the catch. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop. And you develop it through action. Doubt is your greatest enemy. Doubt is a liar. It tells you you can't do this. It whispers, you're not good enough, you're not worthy. Doubt is toxic. It's the voice that tells you to give up before you even start. But here's the thing, you don't need to listen to it. Doubt is your greatest enemy because it paralyzes you. It makes you question every move you make. It makes you second-guess every decision. But that's the trap. The longer you let doubt take hold, the more it holds you back. It tells you to wait for the right moment, for the perfect conditions. But the right moment is now. The conditions will never be perfect, and if you're waiting for them to be, you'll be waiting forever. Doubt makes you stagnant. And that's the last place you want to be. Doubt keeps you stuck. Confidence, on the other hand, moves you forward. Confidence isn't inherited, it's earned. So, what is confidence? Confidence is not something you're born with, it's a skill. It's a muscle that you build and strengthen over time. The more you work at it, the stronger it becomes. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. You see, confidence is earned through action. It's not something that magically appears. You can't wait for confidence to come to you. You have to go after it. You have to act with purpose even when you're scared. You have to push through the fear and keep going. Here's the key. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence doesn't come from sitting around, thinking about all the things you could do. It comes from actually doing those things. Real-world example. Michael Jordan. Let me give you an example. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Think about that. The future GOAT was rejected. What did he do? Did he throw in the towel? Did he listen to the doubt? No. He didn't wallow in self-pity. He worked harder. He practiced more. He didn't let rejection stop him. He used it to fuel his confidence. Michael Jordan wasn't born with confidence. He built it. He developed it through years of hard work, sweat, and perseverance. Every time someone told him he couldn't, he pushed harder. And that's what made him great. Confidence doesn't come from never failing. It comes from getting back up every time you do. It comes from learning to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Replacing doubt with positive affirmations now, let's get practical. How do you replace doubt with confidence? It's simple, you replace each doubt with a positive affirmation. When doubt tells you you're not good enough, you tell yourself, I am more than enough. When doubt tells you you can't do this, you tell yourself, I can do anything I set my mind to. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, fight it with a positive affirmation. Write them down, say them out loud, repeat them daily. This is how you reprogram your mind. This is how you build confidence. Confidence is built through action. You can't just think positively, you have to act on it, take small steps. Every time you succeed, no matter how small the victory, your confidence grows. Confidence is built through action, repetition, and persistence. Confidence isn't built in one day. It takes time. It's a process that requires repetition, persistence, and commitment. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and take action, you're building your confidence. It's about consistency. You don't wake up one day and magically feel confident. You wake up and decide to act confidently, even when you don't feel like it. Confidence isn't about waiting for the fear to go away. It's about acting in spite of the fear. This is where most people fail. They wait for the perfect conditions. They wait until they feel confident enough to take action. But that's the trap. Confidence comes through action, not inaction. Your confidence will decide your success. Here's the reality. Your confidence will decide your success. The more confident you are, the more risks you'll take, the more action you'll take, and the more success you'll find. Confidence opens doors that doubt keeps closed. If you believe in yourself, you will move mountains. You'll take opportunities that others shy away from. You'll tackle challenges with determination and grit. Confidence doesn't just help you succeed, it accelerates your success. You have a choice. You can let doubt control you, or you can choose to build confidence every day. The decision is yours. Let's summarize. Doubt is your greatest enemy, and confidence is your weapon. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build through action, repetition, and persistence. Every time you replace doubt with a positive affirmation, you get one step closer to unshakable confidence. Confidence will decide your success. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it and moving forward anyway. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it's the result of your actions. You have a choice. Choose confidence. Choose action. Build your confidence, and the world will open up to you. Chapter 5. The life-changing power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a force. Gratitude opens doors to abundance. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you begin to attract more of the good things in life. It's a simple shift, but it can change everything. Gratitude is powerful. Gratitude isn't about feeling lucky. It's about cultivating a mindset that attracts more success, more happiness, and more fulfillment. And you don't need anyone's permission to do it. You have the power to start today. Gratitude creates abundance. Let's get this straight. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you invite abundance into your life. It's that simple. The law of attraction works through the energy you put out. When you're grateful, you're sending out energy of abundance, not lack. Think about it. When you constantly focus on the things you don't have, on the things you're missing, You're sending a message to the universe that there's not enough for you. You're focusing on scarcity. And guess what? Scarcity attracts more scarcity. But when you shift your focus to the things you already have, when you express gratitude for what you've been given, you start to see more opportunities, more blessings, more good things. Gratitude breeds positivity, and positivity is a magnet for abundance. The more you are thankful for, the more you will receive. This isn't just some wishy-washy idea, it's the way the world works. Real-world example. Oprah Winfrey. Let me give you a real-world example. Oprah Winfrey. She's one of the most successful people on the planet, and she credits much of her success to her daily gratitude practice. Oprah doesn't just talk about gratitude, she lives it. She has spoken countless times about how keeping a gratitude journal has transformed her life. She writes down things she's grateful for every day, big and small. This simple habit of gratitude has not only helped her stay grounded, but also created an abundance of positive energy that fueled her success. Oprah says, "Gratitude is the single most important thing that has changed my life." And she's not alone. Countless successful people, from entrepreneurs to athletes, credit their gratitude practices for their achievements. Why? Because gratitude rewires your brain. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already there. It trains your mind to look for the good. And when you start focusing on the good, you start seeing more of it. Gratitude breeds positivity. The more grateful you are, the more positive you become. Gratitude is a positivity amplifier. It shifts your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. And this shift is powerful. It changes your energy. It changes how you see the world, how you approach challenges, and how you interact with others. Here's the key. Gratitude is a habit, and like any habit, the more you practice it, the easier it gets. The more you train yourself to be thankful, the more you will naturally see the positive side of life. You don't need to wait for things to go perfectly to be grateful. Gratitude is a choice, not a reaction. Even when life is tough, you can find something to be grateful for. And when you do, you start to change the energy around you. Let's break this down. Every time you are grateful for something, no matter how small, you send a signal to the universe that you are open to more. It's like saying, "Thank you for what I have and I'm ready for more." Gratitude breeds positivity. The more you are thankful, the more positive energy you create. The more positive energy you create, the more opportunities and good things will come your way. It's like building a snowball of success. The bigger your gratitude, the bigger your results. Take action. Start practicing gratitude today. Now, you might be wondering, how do I start practicing gratitude? It's simple. Start small. 1. Begin with a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. It doesn't matter how big or small. Could be your health, your family, your job, or even your morning coffee. The goal is to start noticing the good things in your life. 2. Express your gratitude aloud. Don't just think about it, say it out loud. Tell the people around you how grateful you are for them. A simple thank you goes a long way. 3. Make gratitude a habit. Do it every day without exception. Consistency is key. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll train your brain to focus on the positive. Gratitude is the foundation for a positive mindset. It's the root from which all success grows. Start today. Start right now. The power of gratitude in action. But here's where the magic happens. Gratitude doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your life. When you start practicing gratitude, you start seeing life through a different lens. You become more optimistic. You become more focused on the things that are working for you, not the things that aren't. Gratitude changes the way you interact with the world. And here's the best part. Gratitude makes you magnetic. People want to be around those who radiate positivity and appreciation. Gratitude builds relationships, strengthens connections, and opens doors you didn't even know existed. It's one of the simplest ways to increase your value in the world. Gratitude fuels success. You want success. You want to attract more opportunities, more wealth, more happiness. Start with gratitude. That's the fuel. Oprah Winfrey didn't get to where she is because she focused on what was wrong. She focused on what was right. She focused on what she could be thankful for. That's why she succeeded. You have the same power. You have the same ability to change your life with gratitude. The more you practice, the more you'll attract. Gratitude is the foundation of abundance. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you open the door to success, happiness, and fulfillment. Gratitude breeds positivity. It shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance. It attracts more of the good stuff. And it all starts with one simple habit: practice gratitude every day. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to break free from negative influences and surround yourself with the people and environments that push you to succeed. Chapter 6. Break free from negative influences. Chapter 6. Break free from negative influences. You are the sum of your influences. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, the environments you immerse yourself in, all of these shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, your future. And here's the hard truth. If you're surrounded by negativity, you'll never reach your full potential. You have a choice. You can choose to surround yourself with people and influences that lift you up, or you can keep letting negative forces drain your energy and hold you back. The people around you will either propel you toward greatness or pull you down into mediocrity. Let's make one thing clear. You don't need permission to break free from negativity. The power to choose your influences lies with you. Your influences shape you. Take a moment to think about it. Everything around you influences your mindset. The conversations you have, the social media you scroll through, the news you consume, they're all feeding you thoughts. Those thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. Here's the reality check. If you want to change your life, you need to change your influences. Positive influences lead to positive outcomes. Negative influences lead to negative results. It's that simple. The people you spend time with, the things you expose yourself to, they have the power to either empower or cripple you. They either lift you higher or drag you lower. It's your choice. You can't control everything that happens around you, but you can control who and what you let into your life. You have the power to decide what influences you and what doesn't. Negative influences hold you back. Let's talk about the biggest problem with negative influences. They keep you stuck. Negative people feed you doubt, fear, and excuses. They tell you why things won't work. They point out every obstacle in your path and give you every reason to quit before you even start. They tell you what you can't do, and they're not afraid to make you believe it. You've probably heard someone say, "You can't do that." That's a negative influence. You've probably had people tell you that your dreams are too big, too unrealistic. That's another negative influence. Every time you listen to them, you let them shape your reality. Let me ask you, what do you think happens to your mindset when you keep listening to negative voices? You start believing their limitations, and before long, you've built a cage around yourself. You don't need that negativity. Negative influences hold you back from your true potential. They keep you from stepping into the greatness that's waiting for you. You don't need anyone's permission to break free. Positive influences push you forward. On the flip side, positive influences push you forward. They lift you up, inspire you, and make you believe in your own potential. Positive influences make you think bigger. They fuel your ambition. They keep you motivated, focused, and moving toward your goals. Surround yourself with those who believe in you. Find people who support your dreams and challenge you to be better. Choose people who push you to grow, not those who try to hold you back. Look at the people who have made it to the top. They didn't get there by surrounding themselves with negativity. They got there because they surrounded themselves with people who lifted them up, inspired them, and made them believe in themselves. Real-world example. Think about the athletes, the entrepreneurs, and the leaders who have changed the world. They didn't do it alone. They had positive influences, mentors, and supporters who helped them navigate the road to success. Positive influences make a huge difference. Repetition. Choose positivity. This is the key. Choose positivity. Choose to surround yourself with people who empower you, not those who drain you. You have the power to decide who and what you allow in your life. Choose the friends who encourage you, the books that challenge you, and the environments that inspire you. Choose the podcasts that teach you, the mentors who push you, and the communities that support you. Here's the hard truth. You are who you surround yourself with. If you spend your time with people who complain, who waste time, who are stuck in a cycle of negativity, you will become just like them. Your future depends on the people you choose to have around you. Choose positivity. Choose people who lift you up. This is not a suggestion, it's a necessity for your success. Cutting out negative influences now, let's get real. You can't just add positive influences. You have to cut out the negative ones. You have to get serious about eliminating those people and situations that bring you down. If someone is constantly telling you that your dreams are unrealistic, cut them off. If someone is constantly draining your energy and filling your head with negativity, cut them off. That's not harsh, it's smart. Your time, energy, and mental space are valuable. You can't afford to waste them on people or things that don't support your growth. Sometimes, cutting out negativity means making tough decisions. It means distancing yourself from toxic relationships, whether they're friends, family members, or colleagues. But here's the truth. Your success depends on who you surround yourself with. You cannot afford to let negative people dictate your future. Take action. Surround yourself with positivity. Here's how you start. Take inventory of your influences. Who are you spending time with? What are you consuming every day on social media, on the news, in your conversations? Are they lifting you up or holding you back? Take action today. Cut out what's holding you back. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out those who inspire you and challenge you to grow. Start today by finding one person who motivates you, one book that challenges you, one podcast that inspires you. Immerse yourself in the positive influences you need. Start small, but start now. Let's sum this up. You are the sum of your influences. If you want to change your life, you need to change who and what you allow into your life. Negative influences will hold you back. Positive influences will push you forward. You have a choice. Choose positivity. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, not those who hold you down. You don't need their permission to make this change. You are in control. In the next chapter, we're going to talk about how to break free from your own limiting beliefs and tap into your true potential. Chapter 7. Your thoughts shape your reality. Chapter 7. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. What you think, you become. The thoughts you entertain daily shape your reality. Your inner world dictates your outer world. That's the key. Your thoughts are the blueprint for the life you're building. If you want to change your life, change your thoughts. It's not about the circumstances, it's about the mindset you bring to them. Think about it. Your reality is not defined by what happens to you, but by how you think about what happens to you. You have a choice. You can either let your thoughts shape your life, or you can allow your life to be shaped by the circumstances around you. But make no mistake, your thoughts have the power to transform everything. Your thoughts create your environment. Everything you see around you started as a thought. The car you drive, the house you live in, the job you work at, it all started with an idea, a thought that was nurtured and acted upon. Now let's flip this. Your thoughts are also creating the environment you're living in right now. If you feel stuck, frustrated, or disempowered, it's because your thoughts are rooted in those feelings. If you think you can't, you won't. If you think it's impossible, it will be. Your thoughts dictate your decisions, and your decisions create your reality. Here's the truth. Your inner world shapes your outer world. The way you perceive your environment, your relationships, your opportunities, all stem from the way you think about them. Change your thoughts, and you change your environment. A positive mindset turns challenges into opportunities now. Let's get practical. A positive mindset doesn't mean you ignore reality. It doesn't mean you pretend everything is perfect. What it means is that you look at every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Let's take a real-world example, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's childhood was far from perfect. She faced abuse, poverty, and racism, but she didn't let those circumstances define her. Instead, she used her mindset to create something powerful. She chose to focus on what she could control, her thoughts and her actions. When faced with adversity, Oprah didn't focus on how impossible her situation was. Instead, she asked, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow?" That's the difference. She transformed her challenges into stepping stones. And that's what a positive mindset does. It turns obstacles into opportunities. Every thought leads you closer to the life you desire. Here's the power of your mind. Every thought, every moment of clarity, every shift in perspective takes you one step closer to the life you desire. Think about your goals, your dreams. What are the thoughts you need to cultivate to get there? What do you need to stop thinking? Every time you entertain negativity, every time you allow doubt to creep in, you're pushing yourself further away from your goals. But when you start thinking positively, when you start visualizing success, you begin to attract the opportunities that will get you closer to your vision. It's not about waiting for the perfect circumstances. It's about having the right mindset. That's the difference. People who succeed don't wait for everything to align. They choose to think differently, and that shapes their reality. You become what you think. It's simple. What you think, you become. Your thoughts are like a magnet. They attract whatever matches the energy you put out. If you focus on fear, you'll attract more things to fear. If you focus on success, opportunities for success will start appearing everywhere. Take a moment to reflect. What are the thoughts you consistently think about yourself? Do you see yourself as capable, successful, and resilient? Or do you see yourself as someone who is always struggling, always falling short? Your thoughts are powerful. They shape your identity. If you think of yourself as a victim, you will act like one. If you think of yourself as a leader, someone who takes charge, someone who overcomes challenges, you will become that person. The power of visualization. Visualization is one of the most effective tools to shape your reality. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, your brain starts to believe it's already happening. Think about it. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real event. So when you picture yourself succeeding, when you see yourself overcoming obstacles and reaching your goals, your mind begins to prepare for that success. It starts to believe it's possible. Visualization primes your brain for success. The more you see yourself achieving what you want, the more you start taking the actions necessary to make it happen. But here's the key. You have to believe it. It's not enough to just imagine the success. You need to feel it. You need to picture yourself living that success as if it's already happening. Repetition. Your reality is shaped by your thoughts. This is critical. Repetition is how you wire your mind for success. The more you repeat a thought, the more your brain will start to believe it. And when your brain believes something, it will take actions to make it real. Start small. Every time you think negatively, replace that thought with a positive one. Every time you catch yourself doubting your potential, stop. Replace that thought with a belief in your ability to succeed. Your thoughts are like a muscle. The more you train them, the stronger they become. The more you focus on positive thoughts, the more positive outcomes you'll create. You have the power to reshape your life, but it starts with reshaping your thoughts. It's not about luck. It's about discipline. Your thoughts will lead to your actions. Here's a simple truth. Your thoughts will lead to your actions. If you constantly think about what you can't do, that's exactly what you'll focus on. If you think about what you can do, you will begin to act in ways that make it happen. Your actions are a reflection of your thoughts. So, if you want to see different results, you have to change your mindset first. If you want to see new opportunities, you have to start thinking differently. You can't keep thinking the same way and expect different results. Change starts in your mind, and from there, it ripples out into every part of your life. Let's wrap this up. Your thoughts shape your reality. What you think today will determine the life you live tomorrow. If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. Every thought matters. Every thought gets you closer to the life you desire. Your thoughts are the key to everything. The next chapter will show you how to reprogram your mind to achieve lasting success. Chapter 8. Reprogram your mind for success. Chapter 8. Reprogram your mind for success. Your mind is a powerful tool. But like any tool, it requires maintenance, training, and the right kind of input to function at its best. The good news is, your mind can be reprogrammed. Yes, even the most negative thought patterns, the ones you've carried with you for years, can be replaced with positive, empowering thoughts. That's the key, reprogramming your mind for success. It won't happen overnight, and it won't happen by accident. It requires constant effort, discipline, and repetition. But if you're willing to do the work, the results will change your life. You have a choice. You can keep feeding your mind the same limiting beliefs and negative thoughts, or you can choose to consciously reprogram your thoughts to serve you. The choice is yours. Negative thought patterns can be replaced. Negative thoughts are sneaky. They've been there for so long, sometimes you don't even realize they're holding you back. You've been conditioned to think in certain ways. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. It's too hard. These thoughts have shaped your behavior, your actions, and your results. But here's the truth. Those thoughts don't define you. They don't have to be your reality. Negative thought patterns can be replaced by positive ones. And this is where the power of reprogramming comes in. You can retrain your mind to think in ways that empower you. The process takes time. It requires effort, consistency, and discipline. But let me remind you, it's not about talent. It's about discipline. Anyone can learn to reprogram their mind. It's about choosing to do the work every single day. The power of repetition. The key to reprogramming your mind is repetition. Repetition rewires your brain. Just like you can train your muscles through consistent exercise, you can train your mind through consistent thought patterns. The more you repeat positive thoughts, affirmations, and visualization, the more they become part of your reality. Here's how it works. When you repeat something enough times, it becomes ingrained in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind then begins to guide your actions based on these repeated thoughts. This is how your beliefs shape your reality. But here's the truth. You can't just repeat a thought once and expect a change. Reprogramming your mind requires daily practice. It's not a quick fix. It's a daily commitment to replace old patterns with new, empowering ones. Real-world example. Top performers reprogram their minds. Let's look at some of the world's top performers. Do you think they just wake up naturally positive every day? Absolutely not. They consciously work on their mindset every day. Whether it's athletes, entrepreneurs, or CEOs, top performers are constantly reprogramming their minds. Take LeBron James as an example. He's known for his incredible work ethic and his mental toughness. LeBron didn't get to the top by chance. He actively works on his mindset. He uses positive affirmations, visualization, and other techniques to keep himself mentally sharp. This isn't just for elite athletes. This principle applies to anyone who wants to succeed. If you want to reach the next level, you need to consciously reprogram your mind to believe that success is possible. Every single day. Daily affirmations. Replacing doubt with confidence. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind is through daily affirmations. These aren't just empty words, they are powerful tools to reshape your thoughts. Let me make this crystal clear. Your words have power. The words you say to yourself are the most important words you'll ever hear. If you're telling yourself that you can't do something, guess what? You won't. If you're telling yourself that you're not worthy, guess what? You'll stay stuck. But if you start telling yourself that you are capable, confident, and worthy, you will begin to see your life change. Every day, say positive affirmations out loud. I am capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. These words will begin to change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you live. The key is consistency. You have to say these affirmations every day. It's not a one-time fix, it's a daily practice. Visualization. Bringing your goals into reality. Another powerful tool for reprogramming your mind is visualization. The power of visualization is that it allows you to see yourself achieving your goals before they even happen. When you visualize success, your mind starts to believe that it's possible. This isn't just some wishful thinking. Visualization rewires your brain to focus on success. When you picture yourself succeeding, your brain begins to look for ways to make that success a reality. You start taking actions that align with your goals. Here's how it works. Every day, spend a few minutes visualizing your goals. See yourself living the life you want. Picture the details. Imagine how it feels. The more vivid the image, the more powerful the impact. This is where your discipline comes into play. If you make visualization a daily habit, your brain will start to expect success. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe it's possible and you act accordingly. Consistency is the key to success. I can't stress this enough. Consistency is the key. Reprogramming your mind isn't something you do once and forget about. It's something you do every single day. You need to build the habit of repeating positive thoughts, affirmations, and visualizations. You have to commit to it. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. Reprogramming your mind is a process. It takes time. But here's the great news. Every day you practice, you're getting closer to the life you want. You're strengthening your mindset. You're building a mental foundation for success. You have the power to reprogram your mind now. Here's the most important thing to remember. You have the power to reprogram your mind. No one else can do it for you. It doesn't matter where you come from or what limitations you think you have. Your thoughts are yours to control. You have a choice. You can either keep feeding your mind with negative, self-limiting thoughts, or you can choose to actively reprogram your mind for success. The choice is yours. Here's the bottom line. Reprogramming your mind for success is not optional. It's a necessity. Negative thought patterns can be replaced with positive ones, but it requires daily effort and practice. Repetition rewires your brain. Daily affirmations and visualization are your tools for creating lasting change. Your success begins in your mind. If you can control your thoughts, you can control your reality. Chapter 9. Harness the power of visualization. Visualization isn't just a motivational buzzword. It's a proven, powerful tool. It's used by the world's top athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high achievers across industries. The reason they use it is simple. Visualization works. That's the key. The mind doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real event. When you visualize success, your brain starts to believe it's already happening. Your mind begins to work in your favor, aligning everything around you to make that vision a reality. Here's the truth. If you can see your success in your mind, you're already one step closer to making it happen in the real world. Visualization, a tool for success. Let me make this clear. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It's not about closing your eyes, wishing for success, and hoping it magically appears. No. Visualization is a focused, deliberate practice that trains your brain to act in ways that align with your goals. It's a mental rehearsal. Every time you visualize, you are priming your brain for success. Your mind starts to see success as something that's already within your reach. The more you visualize, the more your brain believes it's possible, and the more it drives you toward making it a reality. Don't just take my word for it. Top performers across the world use visualization to succeed. You can too. It's a skill that anyone can develop. The more you practice, the more powerful it becomes. Real-world example. Michael Phelps. Let's talk about someone who knows this well. Michael Phelps. He's one of the most decorated Olympic athletes in history. But what you may not know is that he visualized winning races long before he ever stepped into the pool. Phelps would spend hours visualizing himself swimming, seeing every stroke, every turn, every finish line. He would imagine the pressure, the feeling of the water, the sound of his competition. And when it was time to race, he was mentally prepared to win, because his brain had already seen it happen 1,000 times. That's the power of visualization. When you mentally rehearse success, you prime yourself for it. Michael Phelps didn't just show up to the Olympics and hope for the best. He prepared his mind for victory. The science behind visualization. So, what's really happening in your brain when you visualize success? It's all about programming your subconscious mind. When you vividly imagine a goal, whether it's winning a race, closing a business deal, or speaking on stage, your brain fires the same neural pathways as it would if you were actually performing the task. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Whether you're physically doing something or just visualizing it, your brain reacts the same way. This is why visualization is so powerful. It creates a mental blueprint for success. The more you visualize your success, the more your subconscious mind believes it's achievable. And when your subconscious believes it, it begins to direct your thoughts and actions to make it happen. Visualization makes you act. Let's get something straight. Visualization isn't just about seeing success. It's about acting on it. Your mind can't just picture success. It has to drive you to take action. When you visualize, you are preparing yourself to perform. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about creating a mental environment where success feels inevitable. Think about it like this. When you rehearse a play, do you just imagine the final scene? No, you go through every step. You see the actions, the decisions, the reactions. Visualization is the same. It gets you ready for every step on the journey. It makes you mentally ready to take action when the time comes. Repetition. See your success every day. Here's the secret. Visualization is most powerful when you make it a daily practice. The more you see your success, the more you will move toward it. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a daily commitment. Take a moment to reflect. What does your success look like? Can you see it clearly in your mind? Do you visualize yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, and winning? If not, it's time to start. Visualize your success every single day. Spend a few minutes in the morning or before bed, imagining the life you want to create. Feel it, see it, believe it. And as you do, take actions that align with that vision. That's the key. Visualization is most effective when combined with action. You visualize your goal, and then you take the steps necessary to make it happen. Action follows visualization. The power of detail. The more detailed your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. When you visualize, don't just see the end result, see every little detail along the way. The more vivid your mental image, the more it will program your brain for success. Let's break it down. Imagine you're preparing for a big presentation. Don't just imagine walking onto the stage. Picture the audience, the lighting, the feel of the microphone in your hand. Picture yourself speaking confidently, engaging with the audience, and delivering your message flawlessly. Feel the excitement and the confidence radiating from you. The key to powerful visualization is immersing yourself in the experience. The more sensory details you include, the sights, sounds, feelings, the more real it becomes. The more real it becomes, the more likely your brain will guide you toward achieving it. Start today. Make visualization your secret weapon. Here's the challenge for you. Start using visualization today. Make it a part of your daily routine. Spend a few minutes in the morning before your day starts and picture your success. See yourself achieving your goals, winning, and overcoming challenges. Visualize with intention. The more you do it, the more it will shape your reality. The more you picture success, the more you'll begin to believe it's possible. And when you believe it's possible, you will act accordingly. You don't need permission to visualize your success. You don't need anyone to tell you that it's worth doing. The power to shape your future is in your hands, through your mind. Let's recap. Visualization is a powerful tool for success. It's not just about imagining what you want. It's about mentally rehearsing your success, programming your brain for victory, and taking action toward your goals. Every day, visualize your success. See it, feel it, believe it. The more you do, the more your brain will align with your goals, and the more you'll move toward achieving them. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to break through your limitations and tap into your true potential. Chapter 10. Take action, the only way to succeed. Chapter 10. Take action, the only way to succeed. You can think all you want about success. You can visualize it, dream about it, and plan for it. But none of that matters if you don't take action. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. That's the key. It's not enough to just think positive or set goals. You must act on those thoughts. If you want something, you have to move toward it. You have to put in the work. No more waiting. No more planning without execution. Success belongs to those who take action. Those who act, even with fear, even with uncertainty, will ultimately win. The time for thinking is over. It's time to take action. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. Here's the hard truth. Success is not achieved by thinking alone. It's achieved by doing. If you want to turn your thoughts into reality, you have to take action. Let's say you've set a goal. Maybe it's a fitness goal, a career goal, or a personal goal. You can write it down, plan it out, and tell yourself you'll get there. But until you take action, nothing changes. You have to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. That bridge is action. You can have the best plan, the most positive mindset, and the clearest vision, but if you don't take action, it's all useless. Without action, nothing happens. You're just spinning your wheels. The power of action. Now, I want to make something crystal clear. Action is not about perfection. You don't have to have everything figured out. In fact, you won't. Perfection doesn't exist, but that's okay. You don't need everything to be perfect to start. What you need is the courage to take that first step, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect. Action creates momentum, and that momentum is what will push you forward. Every successful person you admire, every high achiever, did not get there by sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect time. They took action, even when they were scared, even when they were uncertain, even when they didn't have all the answers. Action is the key to overcoming fear and doubt. It's the key to success. Real-world example. The power of action. Let's talk about a real-world example. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. Branson didn't wait for everything to be perfect before starting his first business. He started with what he had, took action, and figured it out along the way. His first venture, Virgin Records, started in a small London apartment with a tiny budget and no guarantee of success. But he didn't wait for the perfect circumstances. He took action, and that action led to more opportunities, more growth, and ultimately, massive success. Branson didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for things to be perfect. He simply took action. And you can do the same. You don't need everything to align perfectly before you take action. What you need is the courage to start. Repetition. No action equals no success. Let me repeat that. No action equals no success. You can think about success all day long, but if you don't act, nothing will change. If you're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, stop. The perfect moment will never come. You have to take action right now. Action is the only way forward. It's the only way to move closer to your goals. No more waiting. No more planning without execution. It's time to act. Think about it. Every successful person you admire took action before they were ready. They didn't wait for the stars to align. They took the first step, then the next, and the next. That's how success is built. Step by step, action by action. You have a choice, you have a choice. You can stay where you are, continue to dream about success, or you can start taking action today. The truth is simple. If you don't take action, you'll never achieve the success you want. Without action, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. The power is in your hands. You can choose to stay stuck, or you can choose to take action and change your life. There's no more time to waste. The time to act is now. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need to start. The importance of consistency. Here's another truth. Action is not a one-time event. It's a habit. You must take consistent action every single day. Consistency is what builds momentum. Consistency is what keeps you moving toward your goals, even when things get tough. Success doesn't happen in bursts. It happens through daily, consistent action. It's the small, seemingly insignificant steps you take each day that add up to big results. That's the key. Consistency is your greatest asset. Every day, take action toward your goals. It doesn't have to be a huge leap forward. It can be a small step, but take that step, and then take another, and another. Action fights fear. One of the most powerful things about action is that it overcomes fear. You can sit and think about your goals for as long as you want, but until you take action, that fear will continue to hold you back. Fear is paralyzing. It makes you hesitate. It makes you doubt. It makes you freeze in place. But action pushes fear aside. It forces you to move even when you're scared. And when you start moving, fear starts to lose its power over you. When you act, even with fear, you take back control. Fear no longer has the power to stop you. Action makes fear irrelevant. No more waiting, take action now. So here's the challenge. No more waiting. No more making excuses. No more dreaming without doing. The time for action is now. You have everything you need to succeed. But you have to take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Action is the only way to succeed. If you want to achieve your goals, if you want to turn your dreams into reality, you must act. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for things to line up. Start today. Let's recap. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. It's not enough to just think positively or visualize success. You must act. Action is what turns your dreams into reality. No action equals no success. If you want to achieve something, you have to take action. No more waiting. Do it now. The power to change your life starts with one thing, your mindset. Everything begins in the mind. If you want to live a life of success, happiness, and fulfillment, it is your thoughts that must change first. You have learned today that your beliefs shape your actions. Your actions shape your reality, and your reality reflects the thoughts you choose to believe in. Belief, gratitude, confidence, and action are your keys to unlock the life you deserve. So the question now is, what will you do with this newfound power? Will you continue to wait for things to change, or will you take control today? Make your mind your greatest asset, and the world will follow. The time for change is now. Start thinking positively, start acting, and start living the life you've always dreamed of.